Pisces, welcome to your August 2023 monthly reading here. We're just going to go ahead and jump straight in like we always do and take a look and see what is coming up for you for the month. Let's see. This first row is going to be in regards to your career, your ambition, and your goals. All right. Some of you could be moving on from something in particular, or letting go of something this month here. Let's take a look at the second row. This is going to be in regards to your relationships here. I feel like there's a new start beginning. If you want it to begin here, I would say. There could be sort of like a delayed sort of energy here, Pisces, when it comes to certain types of relationships. But really anything that really catches your interest, whether it's romantic, whether it's friendship, or whatever the case might be, family, whatever, I would go for it. Interesting. I see a lot of you being more social, but there are like these times where you want to retreat, just because you could be facing, like, there's like these challenges and these obstacles that is going on right now for you, just overall in general. The sun is in Leo, and it is in your sixth house for most of August. And the sixth house is obstacles, right? And, there could definitely be some challenges and some obstacles when it comes to your day-to-day routine, responsibilities and all that type of stuff here. I see you getting through it though. I think you could just be dealing with, you can't really avoid certain things anymore. And so I see a lot of you actually really letting go of any type of detracting energy, whether it's relationships or just things that you really just don't need, and starting to cut out the access here, or excess. So this last row is going to be the message here from your higher self. Wow, look at this right here. Don't freak out, because ultimately, look at this too. This looks well. Ultimately, all of this is for your growth, and I know you get tired of hearing that. Trust me, I know. But I think all of this is really working out for your highest good here. And I think it's not going to be easy. I'm gonna keep it real with you, but I think it's going to be worth it, because some of you could be starting totally over in a way, or having to sort of scrap the way you've been doing things and do newer things or improve things here. But everything by the end of the month, I feel, is going to, ease up here. So hold on, let's keep going. Oh yeah, you can't escape it. You have this Yod card. It says destiny here. You're destined for something different, and it may feel like a lot of things are out of your control at this time. You may maybe have not been paying attention to certain things, and maybe some things have all culminated to this point, or there was just some things that you were not aware of. But ultimately, it's like a Yod is the finger of God, right? So a Yod, it's kind of like, God's kind of moving you around into these areas, and you may feel like things are out of your control. And so there's a very heightened energy of you needing to pay attention to whatever these things are, and to not run from obstacles or to stray away from them. I think it's wanting you to confront them, because I feel like you're having to be more practical. So let's pull the rest of the cards, and then we're going to jump into this. Yeah, look at the bigger picture here. Again, I really do think that everything is working out for your highest good. And it's really telling you to just keep perspective in mind, especially if it's in regards to like relationships and stuff like that, because your world is really trying to expand, and maybe you've been sort of comfortable in only one area, and it's time to focus on another area here. So let's see. Last but not least, you have this family card. It's the root chakra. So, I think a lot of things are happening in regards to your foundation. Just overall, what I'm getting, a lot of things are happening with your foundation. And it can feel uncomfortable, it can feel nerve-wracking, it can feel ungrounded. You know, some of you, it's really wanting you to really start to open up as well. You know, if you are struggling, like, you know, being vulnerable. All right, let's get into it. But like I said, that Yod card there is a lot. Okay, let's take a look. Yeah, there's 3 of Swords, 6 of Cups, 6 of Swords here in regards to your career, your ambition, and your goals. The 3 of Swords is usually when we part ways for something if there's a 6 of Swords. You know, I think really you're moving in a newer direction. There's some things that I feel like are out of your control, if I'm being honest with you. And I think right now it's just been difficult to accept with the 6 of Cups being the challenge here. Now, others of you, if that's not going on, what I feel, there's another message here. There's another whole nother meaning with these cards. Is that the 3 of Swords is like maybe you're in a healing field or whatever the case might be, or maybe you're wanting to make a difference in the world. It's like you see like, oh, wow, like, you know, I don't know, maybe there's something that you're wanting to change in your reality to help with, you know, to help the world with, or something like that, or something like that. And the 6 of Cups, well, it's healing, right? It's like wanting to bring peace and healing and transformation to the world at large. But you're realizing, like, in order for you to do that, you have to make certain changes and certain sacrifices, right? You know, the great quote, like, be the change you want to see in the world, right? And I think some of you guys are going to be really starting to embody that here. But that 6 of Swords here in the outcome is telling me that you'll move through whatever this is. I think it's just a little bit difficult right now. Let's actually clarify. But this is part of your destiny with the Yod card, you know. There's another quote that says, that goes something like, we often come back to the road that we tried to avoid. We often come back to the road that we've been trying to avoid because it's part of our destiny, or something like that. I can't remember. God damn. I got a bazillion quotes. But anyways, let's see what this 3 of Swords is. Pisces, let's see. 6 of Wands here. Some of you are feeling like a failure. Feeling like your plans didn't really go as expected. You may even be feeling like you're not getting attention or the recognition or the support that you want. Seven of Wands, 6 of Cups is the challenge. I think it's frustrating because it's almost as if you're wanting to defy whatever this is. You're wanting to overcome it. And it's almost as if no matter what you've been feeling like you've been trying to do, it's like it's not working. Oh, I love that. 6 of Swords, 6 of Cups. So in the outcome here, future outcome, you're moving. It's going to get easier for you. The obstacles are going to start to get out of your way here. And I think it's almost like you're going to just be trailblazing after that. But there's something here in particular that is that has to be addressed first. But I think once you get through whatever this is and you don't give up, then it's going to be smooth sailing. I think ultimately what's happening is like the reality of a situation is starting to seep in. And you're having to look to see where your shortcomings are, right? We all have shortcomings, especially if you're trying to evolve. You're going to fail. You're going to come up short. And that's why the 6th house is the house of improvement, self-improvement. It shows us our limitation. And it shows us where we can get better and refine ourselves or refine things. So I think it'll be smooth sailing though after this. Clarify the World card. You have the Fool card. Something totally new. You're stepping into a brand new world when it comes to your relationships. You may even be in a totally new place as well. Some of you moved in the past because you have a full moon in Sagittarius here. Some you could have moved in the past, could have been literally around the full moon in Sag that we had back in what, I don't know, April, June, I think it was June or May, I don't know, something like that. I think it was June actually, or May. If not, don't worry about it. But I think really you're in a totally new environment, totally new world. New beginnings are starting to happen for you in your relationships. And the sky really is the limit if you let it be. The Death card, Ace of Wands. Maybe there's things in the past that you're still trying to let go of. It's interesting. It's almost like you've been trying to avoid something or escape something. And I don't really think it's like it was intentional. It's just more so like in the Piscean way. You know, I think since the sun's in the 6th, right, which is the opposite of the 12th, you rule the 12th. The 6th house is the opposite. It's almost as if you can't, it's like you have to confront whatever the challenges are now. It's like you got to face them head on. And for some of you, it's like just by like surrendering and letting go and embracing this change, because this is all you really have. Like change may be all you got at this time. Yeah, and I feel once you let go of the Death card, you allow for the transformation to happen. You believe and you trust, and you look at the bigger picture of things. The Knight of Cups, Eight of Wands. I'm telling you, there's gonna be not only are you gonna meet a lot of newer people, Pisces, but also romantically as well. Things could be starting to happen. I just feel like there's the things that you've been wanting to achieve in your relationship, in the relationship sector of your life, looks to me like it's weird because these cards are like. It's like smooth sailing. Like once you choose to embrace the transformation that is at play here for you. Clarify the Tower here. The Empress. Eight of Swords. Oop. Eight of Cups. With this Tower, Ace of Cups, and the Five of Wands in the message here from your higher self. Don't be afraid to admit that you are wrong. Hear me out. Or at least make peace with it, right? Like maybe you made a mistake about something, or maybe even if it's not that, maybe like there's something still that you don't really know why it happened or what's going on. It's like I really think that it's like the universe is wanting you not to be so hard on yourself, like to forgive yourself, because really what's going on is like your ego is getting involved here. And I think you need to take everything as a learning experience. Right, and find people who unconditionally love you, whether it's family or whatever. Like it's about, at the end of the day, it's like finding who your real supporters are, finding who really supports you, who will be there for you unconditionally, even if you mess up or even if something happens or whatever the case might be. And I really feel like your higher self is wanting you to let go of trying to understand why things happen, or why did this have to happen, or why did that have to happen, and just take it as a learning experience, because there's going to be a lot of these learning experiences on your journey of life. We going deep in y'all read, in your read, Pisces. Yeah, you have the solar plexus card. It says determination here, and these are salmon, right? Like salmon will swim upstream to jump, like even if you look at this card, right? You see how they're like trying to jump into the stream. Well, what they're trying to do is they're trying to jump into the other part, but first there's like resistance first. But eventually, they jump through and they persevere. But it is about being determined and not being afraid of adversity and resistance, but just realize like it's a necessary process for yourself. So that's what I got for you, Pisces, for your monthly reading. You have this volcano card. It says release. Woo. That Tower cards, things are rupturing here. Things are kind of going haywire for a moment, but you'll be all right. You'll be all right. So that's what I got for you, Pisces. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you want to go deeper into the situation, if this reading resonated with you, or if you just want a personal reading in general, that link is down below in the description. You can click that link. It'll show you everything you need to know. And yeah, and you can book it there. But otherwise than that, Pisces, I'm wishing out the best for the month. And yeah, I'll see y'all later.